Welcome to the deep dive. Our sources today present this really challenging idea. It's this concept that just seeking the sweetness of the gospel, well, it leads straight to spiritual diabetes.
That's a potent way to put it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And our mission today is really to dive deep into that. We're looking at an interpretation of Revelation chapters 6 through 11 specifically.
Okay.
To see why this path of faith, according to the source, has to be, intentionally difficult sometimes. It demands this obedience.
Right. Okay. So let's get straight into that context then. The source lays out that familiar Revelation timeline, doesn't it? You've got the seals and then leading into the seven trumpets.
Exactly. And it's not just a list of events. It's really setting the stage for massive global upheaval.
Like the sixth seal, it mentions God sealing the 144,000.
Establishing them as his protected people. And then that seventh seal kicks off the trumpets, which announce Jesus' second coming is approaching.
And that approach sounds, well, terrifying in the source.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The first four trumpets involve catastrophic destruction. We're talking 1/3 of the earth, the universe impacted.
1/3. Wow.
Yeah, and then the sixth trumpet, it describes this huge war, kills another third of the population. But even then, the source points out, many survivors still don't repent. They cling to demons, idols.
So the scale is immense, and this is important for believers because the source argues against a pre-tribulation rapture.
Precisely. It stresses that believers are, and I quote, altogether going through this immense era of trumpet plagues. There's no easy out.
They have to endure it, overcome it through obedience.
That's the core requirement. Endurance, obedience, which makes that pause before the final trumpet in Revelation 10 really stand out.
Ah, right, where the angel swears there will be no more delay.
Yes, before that seventh trumpet sounds.
Yeah.
The source links this directly to the second coming described in Matthew 24.
But wait, if judgment is that close, why does the text keep showing God delaying? The source mentions God delaying and delaying again and again.
Well, that's the tension, isn't it? The source suggests it points to God's incredible patience. The delay, it says, is to save even one more soul.
Just one more.
Yeah. That constant postponement, even amidst all this judgment, it shows how much God values just one person. But crucially, that patience doesn't cancel the tribulation itself.
Okay, that really sets the stage for the central metaphor, doesn't it? The little scroll.
It does. John is told to take this scroll from the mighty angel and eat it.
And it's sweet as honey in his mouth, but bitter in his stomach.
And that duality is key. The sweetness. That's the easy part. Forgiveness, salvation, blessing. The good news we all love.
The initial joy.
Exactly. But the bitterness that represents the hard part, the life of obedience, self-sacrifice, the difficult path the gospel demands, often called the path of Golgotha suffering, self-denial.
Which brings us back to that spiritual diabetes warning.
Right.
People get hooked on the sweet stuff, the prosperity message maybe. And then when the word demands a difficult life, they reject it. The source says they try to cut and trim the word for convenience.
Instead of letting the word refine them, the source is unflinching here. It confirms the genuine path isn't meant to be easy or convenient. It involves facing tribulation.
It even cites Revelation 13, warning believers their life might involve being taken captive or even killed by the sword.
And frames that explicitly as the test, the endurance and faith of the saints. It's expected.
So what's the takeaway for you listening? It seems the central idea is accepting the whole truth, both sides of the coin. The sweet news of salvation, your birth into the kingdom, but also the subsequent, sometimes bitter life of growth and obedience, according to that word, walking that path.
And if we just focus on the birth, that initial sweetness, and kind of ignore the growing up, according to the word, the source warns our faith can just drift, become more about empty religion, maybe fall into that prosperity trap.
So the final thought to leave you with is this.
Which parts of the complete, sincere gospel, the sweet and the bitter, might we be, perhaps unconsciously, choosing to ignore just because they don't taste pleasant?